Chapter 6. And it came to pass, when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, of all which they chose. And the Lord said,
My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said,
I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah,
The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And, behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within, and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make of it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life, from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee I will establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou, and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort thou shalt bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of fowl after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee, to keep them alive. And take thou unto thee all of the food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be food for thee and for them.
Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he. Polytheism is a religious system with many gods. The gods are a part of nature. There's a god for rain, fire, sun, moon, trees, wind, the sky, a fertility god. There's a god for everything natural in nature. The worship of gods is the same as the worship of nature. In polytheism, creation comes from what is called the meta-divine realm. Even the gods themselves come from this realm. Because of the realm, the gods' knowledge and power is limited. Both gods and demons come from this realm. The knowledge and the power that the gods possess comes from this realm as well. In polytheism, unions between gods and humans happens quite frequently. Humans can become gods, and kings were considered to be actual gods. It's believed that the god's power can be found in certain substances like blood. Because of this, human beings believe that they can tap into the meta-divine realm and force the gods or the spirits to do their bidding. This means that magic is real, witchcraft is real, voodoo is real. This means that a magician is a technician that knows how to manipulate natural substances that allows them to tap into the meta-divine realm. In polytheism, cultic festivals are the reenactments of the life and death of the gods. These festivals are supposed to produce a magical-like effect to ensure or maintain life in the spring. In this system, there are good gods and evil gods, and human beings are powerless or more like slaves. Evil is built into the structure of this creation. There's always good versus evil in this system. The gods don't care about human salvation. They're too busy fighting among themselves. Because the gods have limited powers, their laws are not absolute. This is a morally neutral universe. Morality is whatever the god of the day wants. If killing and raping is okay with the god of the day, and you kill or rape someone, you haven't done anything wrong morally. Monotheism. It is a religious system with only one God. There isn't any theogony in this system, so there isn't a story about the birth of the God. Monotheism tells of the first unlimited God in history. The meta-divine realm doesn't exist in this system, so God has no limits. God is not a substitute for or a replacement for the meta-divine realm. The meta-divine realm produces both good and evil. God is only good. God's will is absolute. He does not grow, age, or dies. He's timeless, non-physical, and he does not have a female counterpart. He transcends nature, so nature is an expression of his will. Genesis chapter 1 is a strong representation of monotheism until we get to verse 26, when God suddenly seems to turn to the left and say, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Well, who is he talking to? In monotheism, God doesn't have to consult with a council of any kind. Councils do not exist in monotheism. God is all alone and he is all powerful. However, in the very next verse, it goes right back into monotheism. Human beings do not become gods in this system. God cannot be manipulated, forced, or charmed into doing anything. This means that magic is not real. Witchcraft is not real. Voodoo is not real. Magic, witchcraft, and voodoo is useless in this system. It's all predicated on a mistake that God has limited powers. This is a sin or rebellion against God. So rituals have absolutely no power. There are no evil agents that oppose God. Sin and evil is the result of choice. It is not built into the universe. Human choice is the source of evil, which means the devil and hell cannot exist in monotheism. They can only exist in polytheism. As we read the Bible, we will see that both systems are represented in the Bible. Why is this? It's because the people of the day were practicing both systems. In our modern time, we are practicing both systems today. As an example, when we think of exchanging wedding rings, we think of a Christian tradition, but in fact, it is a pagan tradition. In fact, pagan traditions are deeply interwoven into Christian monotheism. One system is real and one system is not. So we're going to have to learn to let go of what is not real.